It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Why don't you tell them, Canada Dry?
Splash, splash, I was taking a bath all upon a Wednesday night. It's time for D-A-D, Dynamite After Dark, baby.
Let's hit it.
Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my occupation. Tell me what's my race. Tell me is it with inflation. Tell me what's my age. Tell me what's my race. Tell me all my sexual distaste. Tell me what you need. Tell me how you feel. And tell me all your information. I wanna know.
Kaboom! It doesn't work. Anyways, hey, everybody. Welcome to this week's edition of Dynamite After Dark. I am, of course, one of your hosts. I am the mob boss. You can call me James Falcone.
James Falcone.
For those who don't know, the mob boss of AFW. Let's take it to one of my top lieutenants.
That's a thumbs up
Of
there.
course. The patron saint of professional wrestling. Some might even call me the Podfather. But I am none other than that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. I'm Canada effing dry. Damn it.
Yeah. Sucks to be you, Mr. Isaacs, because you got to follow up that.
He can follow it up with his smooth, sexy voice. Here we go.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I have been tasked to step in on behalf of Lord Ryan Rich, who is apparently sick this evening. Get well, good sir. But I am here on your wonderful Wednesday. I am usually the voice of Saturdays here on Effin' Wrestling. I am the Effin' expert. They call me Mr. Isaacs. Good evening.
You know what,
gentlemen.
Mr. Isaacs? Your
Yes.
voice makes my nipples hard, baby. Whoa!
Oh, yeah. Make them hard. Rub them.
Oh,
It's late night. We can do that shit.
oh
Let's
yeah.
go for it.
You know what? The reason why Lord Ryan Rich is sick is because he was on assignment, and unfortunately, there was inclement weather, and he was on a plane full of tuberculosis patients and iron lungs. So there's a good chance he caught something.
So he went back to the 1940s.
Yeah, basically, yeah. Iron lung and shit. I'm telling you, man, it's awesome. Hey, the guy below me, right there, he's a general manager tonight. He is truly evil.
And might I say, proudly evil
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah,
Wow.
get it with him, Joe.
It's EVP Joe. How are we doing tonight, gentlemen?
Oh, doing so awesome. There we go. Good
There we
morning.
go. There's
There we
the
go. We got the
fireworks.
fireworks going now.
So I gotta
Yeah.
ask you something, James Falcone.
Yeah.
All right, so you go to a place and you a nice mother and father, what do you call establishment,
Yeah.
and you tell them, I want some protection money, and they say no. What do?
You blow the place up.
Uh,
Just
So
saying.
I'm sending this out here to all your kids out there. If they ask for protection money, you give it.
Yeah.
that,
Always
my
favorite
friends,
protection money.
Oh,
that is a Canadian doing a very bad Italian.
Well, you know,
that's okay.
I don't know. I got a lot of medicine on me right now.
Mine sounds like a comedy bit. It sounds like I'm imitating somebody from Italy. It's horrible. And it's usually
To
me.
me,
doing
to me, Mario.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, if you want to ever put your Italian back in there, you go to the Mario.
Yeah.
And get it established again.
You guys are making me want pizza. All right.
I know, right?
So it tastes
We,
really
we got a Ninja Turtles effing wrestling shirt coming out soon with the
Yes.
pizza championship.
It's awesome too.
At some
I highly
point, you have
recommend
to
it.
wonder. Yeah, at some point, you have to wonder when is Pro Wrestling Tees gonna finally say no?
Let's try this.
Don't jinx us now.
I'm just saying we could just outright put Hot Rod in the same font with the same design as WWE. Give it to Pro Wrestling Tees, and they'll print it. I mean, I don't think there is any no from them. I love this.
Well,
This is
Like I
awesome.
The answer is always no until you ask. Just saying.
Better to ask for forgiveness than it is for
That's my thoughts. Like,
absolutely.
if in doubt, you be like, well, we could probably sneak this by. Oh, sorry. Was I not supposed to make out with the maid in the cleaning room? I didn't know. Was I not supposed to do that?
Oh my God. Tonight's Dynamite is back kind of where it all started. Daly's place in Jacksonville, Florida. We get an opening shot. Now, here's the thing. Now, I'm going to say that for my final thoughts. The Elite roll up in the opener with Jack Perry in tow. Security gets in the face of Jack Perry, and the EVPs go, excuse me, he's with us. You might not have heard this because it sounded like they were talking in a submarine. In fact, the audio of the show as a filmmaker, atrocious.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. It's weird because I didn't have bad audio at all in any of the show
It must be a
echoed.
TBS issue then.
Could be.
It's got to be.
because I'm watching it from Canada and it's fine.
Yeah. Well, you lucky son of a bitch. You have probably.
This audio was so bad at points, like I wanted to turn the TV off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys should get like a refund from TBS or something.
Yeah. Good luck. Good luck with that. Corporate greed. Give me a break. They'll be like,
All
oh,
at Time Warner Studios right now. I want my money back, damn it.
yeah. What are they going
I
to do?
think you guys are owed like $8 each.
Yes.
Hey, that'll buy me a soda. Yeah, inflation. So
Yeah.
What kind of soda you get? What kind of soda?
Mountain Dew. Code
Oh,
Red.
you son of a bitch!
Coke Zero, my friend.
Coke Zero.
Quick, so
probably
I gotta
my
tell you all a story real quick. So I was at my local grocery store, and Mountain Dew has come out with some really wacky flavors.
Yeah.
And my son was like, "I want to try this." So the one we got was like a mango flavored Mountain Dew.
Okay.
All right.
I thought it was called mango flavored crystal meth.
It was, I don't know, because I went like this and threw it away. It was god awful. The worst thing I've ever tasted in my life.
Oh, Mountain Dew on its best days needs something.
The truth in advertising should be it's going to taste like sweat socks and ass.
Well,
That's all
well,
there is.
you know what Mountain Dew was originally created for, right? It was
What?
The
used as a
moonshine
mixer.
mixer, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was used as a mixer for out in the mountains.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
Hey, sometimes you got to water down your moonshine. Sometimes you got man balls enough to go ahead and just gulp it down in one shot.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I wouldn't mind trying some Mountain Dew with some moonshine. I'd be down for that.
I don't
It's
know.
pretty
I've
good.
had moonshine before, like legit moonshine from truckers down south. Like I've had apple pie moonshine.
Mhm.
Absolutely delicious.
Apple pie
I just
moonshine is the
the apple
best.
pie part of that. That sounds really good.
Of course, you have to overcome the taste of what might be gasoline. It's
Oh, a little gasoline here and there. Supreme, load me up.
So Jack Perry's in tow. The Elite usher him away. Canada Dry. Let's talk about this opening salvo, if you will. I think this kind of sets the night. Truly,
Laguna Lemonade is not the
Not
best, but the fruit punch one I like.
Fruit punch. All right.
I haven't tried the fruit punch one. I'm too scared. Too much PTSD.
All right, we're talking the Orange
Elite?
Cassidy and
No, the Elite.
I missed this opening segment. I caught it just as the Orange Cassidy thing was starting.
Canada Dry.
I missed a few opening seconds there, so
Disappointment.
I'm sorry, Jez Falcon. I'll do better.
You better. I'll introduce you to Joey Boombox. Welcome to
It was a hell of a screenshot there. We did, gentlemen.
Hey, we got Showtime.
Put him on.
What the hell? Showtime Shane LY. Get rid of the fucking
Shane.
LY.
What's up, homie?
Oh yeah, shit! I forgot to delete
You're
that part.
voted off.
I just quickly manipulated my name. Hey, I just wanted to say quickly about that whole entrance scene.
Yeah.
It felt like Evolution or like old school, like NW, like just coming from fancy cars, all suited up, holding gold. That seriously reminded me of some like OG Evolution showing up to the building like scene. Man, that was beautiful to touch tonight. Before I'm not going to spoil the rest, but
You know what, Shane?
Yeah.
Baja Blast is absolutely the best, according to Justin.
no. I've had it one time at the Taco Bell, KFC in Coquitlam, Port Coquitlam, or wherever the hell it is, and it was garbage.
I'm going to
You
say
guys know what
this.
Port Coquitlam is. Come on.
Well, you do, but everybody else doesn't.
Me
Is
and
Mountain
you.
Dew owned by Pepsi? Does anybody know?
What's
that?
that?
Is Mountain Dew owned by Pepsi?
Yes. Yeah, there's some, yeah.
Then that makes sense because no Bostonian would ever drink Mountain Dew. Okay.
Does Coca-Cola have an answer to Mountain Dew?
Yes, mellow yellow.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's-
yes.
yeah.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah. It ain't mellow and ain't yellow.
Like
It's
10
not,
people
it's not
drank
nearly
that.
as good as Mountain Dew.
It's
No.
nuclear,
I'm not saying a lot.
it's nuclear green. There's not
You're
even
not as good as
a
Mountain
green
Dew.
that exists.
Real
Oh,
quick,
God.
since we're on this, you know what I really liked as a kid that's like a comparable was a Surge.
Oh, Surge was the
I
bomb,
remember
dude.
Surge, yeah.
I loved Surge.
I took a vitamin and drank a 2-liter bottle of Jolt Cola.
Jolt Cola was the shit. I
And you
love it.
lived.
I thought I was having a heart attack.
I
Probably were JFB.
I one time drank 3, but like when they had them in the glass bottles, 355. I drank 3 in one sitting one time, and yeah, I was tweaked. I was like 14 or 15. I was like, I was literally
the
tweaked.
energy drinks were
Yeah, but I was like literally tweaked from South Park and almost throwing up.
Oh God. It's the shit we do for fun. I'm
Hell
telling
of a start to the show, gentlemen.
we got everything. It's
So no, but like I didn't maybe hear what I was trying to call him. But what did you guys like? Seriously, what did you guys think of that whole cutscene and all that? Like it was.
I loved it. I loved it because it raptured you into staying and watching a show.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
you may have caught. Hey, somebody was talking about the Young Bucks. I remember the Young Bucks back in Japan. Like you're getting long ago fans that are like, okay, this is interesting, and it I think it leads up to something bigger. I love it. I thought it was stroke of brilliance.
This is going to be a common answer from me tonight. It
Yeah.
was great, but it would have been so much better if I could have heard what they were saying.
See, I didn't have a problem with that audio. There's other times there was other audios I've heard where it sounded like trash. But like I said in the chat, Daily Places had a history of having trash audio from day one, even back at the pay-per-views pre TV deal. I remember getting those like Fight for the Fallen and other pay-per-views they were doing once in a while, and the audio was always trash. Like I always had to crank it right to full max. And it was still like I could barely hear what the hell they were saying, or it was cutting in and out like a submarine or whatever effects.
Oh, yours was cutting out too. Weird. You're like local.
Okay. Let's go to Orange Cassidy because
I'll let you guys go. I'll maybe call back in later. I'll watch in the chat.
yeah.
See you later, Shane.
Showtime.
So we go to Orange Cassidy. His music hits. We're expecting Orange Cassidy to come out to address the elephant in the room, whose name is Trent. For those who don't know, because this may be the first time you've watched our show or wrestling period, Trent is now a bad guy. He turned on Orange Cassidy for no good reason. Agreed. Not because he stole his woman. Pure, I don't like you anymore. So he rolls into the ring. He calls out for Chuck Taylor, gentleman, the Kentucky gentleman, Chuck Taylor. Yeah, Chuck. I mean, I think Chuck might have the skin of a 16-year-old prepubescent boy. I'm not really sure. That guy's got. He needs some Claricel. I know Dollywood, you're listening. It's okay. It's all right. I like Chuck. Just got to clean that up.
Oh, I thought you were gonna get like Dollywood had some solution to his acne.
No. She
Dollywood, if you're listening, help him.
She loves Chuck Taylor.
Yeah, she loves Chuck
Yeah.
Taylor. Looks like Chuck's going to come in for a hug. He doesn't. He hits him in the head with a microphone. He comes to the rescue. I still think he turns at some point. I don't know when, but that's just my personal opinion. I think he's ready to turn. So let's go Canada Dry. First match of the night, or not match, but first really big.
Yeah, this is interesting seeing Orange Cassidy being beaten down, dragged to the ring, and I honestly think this is bad for the Kentucky Gentleman because he's the odd man out in this. Like after this parking lot match on Rampage,
Yeah, where's it go?
I think he gets kind of pushed to the wayside, and it's mostly going to be about Orange Cassidy and Trent.
Yep.
Like I think he's on the outs here.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hey, it's Black April. Everybody's getting.
Well, last I heard, he's only paid by per appearance.
Yeah. I mean, WWE just released Cameron Grimes, so I mean. It's not a safe industry. Never has been, and it never will be. If you're not hot, you're out. I mean, that's just the way it is.
But can we talk about quickly that they passed a law in 180 days from now that you will not be able to do non-compete clauses.
Really?
So it's not so much a law; it's the FTC.
Okay.
And it's not 180; it's 120 days.
No, it's 180 days.
No, it's 120. I read the article. It's 120 days.
My article said 180.
But
you originally said 120, and I had to fact check.
Well, I mean, it's like Canadian football. Your field is 10 yards longer than ours is. So
I mean, but the fact of the matter is, this isn't going in effect in 120 days. It has a very long court battle ahead.
Yeah,
guaranteed.
Huge court battle.
Oh yeah, WWE is not gonna like this.
I mean, in all honesty, let's be honest. Like, no compete clauses is fine and dandy, but those guys need a union, and SAG-AFTRA should be the union that takes care of these guys.
No, but this is a step in the right direction if you think about it.
I mean,
I just wonder though, like in my opinion, I wonder what legality, if any, is going to affect wrestling here, because we're talking about independent contractors.
Yeah,
that's what they're legally labeled as. And when they have the 90-day no-compete clause, they get paid for it. Now, I think what this ruling is more tailored towards is like a certain industry saying, if you work for us, then you have to sign an agreement that you can never work for our competitor. If you work for Coca-Cola, you can never work for Pepsi for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Like there are companies that do deals like that. I think that's what this is tailored for. I'm not sure it's going to affect wrestling. I hope that it does, but I'm not certain that it will.
The wording says all non-competes. It doesn't specify it to a certain area of work.
So no asterisk.
Except for,
I don't think
except for certain
really matter. Like
officers.
If you're
you're
an independent contractor, the non-compete should be null and void anyways, in my opinion.
But if you're getting paid, though, I think that might be the difference. You're getting paid for that time.
Well, you don't have a choice.
I mean, this would all be solved if WWE just hired them as employees, because they treat them like employees.
They should, yeah.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
You know what?
They're not going to go back on losing.
Yeah, I mean, they become company guys, then you can't. I mean, it gets harder to get out of a contract. So if you sign Cody Rhodes to like a 10-year contract, and then Cody's like, I want to re-up or whatever, and he calls into question that. I mean,
yeah.
The contracts are so like one-sided. It's not even.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, there was rumbling years ago about possibly a national, what's called the Muhammad Ali Act, which was a piece of legislation that was passed in California, which put a lot of restrictions on a fight promotion or whatever, being able to hold on to an athlete. So if something like that ever happened, independent contractor status in pro wrestling would be gone.
Yeah.
It would never come back either. So I would like to see something like that.
I mean, it's either that or California just doesn't get anything anymore.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're like 13% of the world economy, the state of California is. So usually whenever they pass something, it kind of pushes out to the rest of the country if it's like a labor law. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I think that would be nice.
Yeah, it's the third largest economy in the world. I mean,
it is. Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's not Hollywood money, right?
Yeah,
no,
it's rich people, Silicon Valley,
it's all tech. Yeah. I mean, it depends on where you go. I mean, you have military bases in California too. So I mean,
you also got to think all the ports that are out there on the California coast.
Yeah,
stuff like that.
Shipping, stuff like that. Yeah. All right, Mr. Expert, your thoughts on the Orange Cassidy shenanigans?
Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I thought when Chuck Taylor came out and when he hit Trent, I thought he was then, because he kind of paused for a second. I thought he was then going to turn around and attack Orange Cassidy.
Yeah.
And then make some kind of comment like, yeah, Trent, you've always been a jerk. And then hit him and then turn around and start beating the shit out of Cassidy and be like, but I'm still your partner. You know, I thought something like that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going to happen here. I still kind of suspect that Chuck is going to turn. And then, I saw Shane say something in the chat. Rocky Romero's probably going to get involved. Yeah, he's probably going to get involved. Yeah. I would say Romero's probably going to come to the aid of Orange Cassidy, and then that's going to be a tag feud.
It's hard to imagine that when they got a big parking lot match, though.
What is I didn't hear that announcement. What match do they have?
They have a back street parking lot match on Rampage.
A parking lot brawl.
Yeah.
Is it Trent and OC? Is it just the two of them?
No, it's Trent and
Chuck.
Chuck.
Okay.
So which means he's actually cleared to wrestle now.
Oh, yay. I know. I'm trying to control my excitement. Chuck Taylor.
What are my thoughts? I think Chuck's he's going to be swept aside in this thing.
He might be the odd man out here. Yeah, like Canada Dry said. He
like everybody else's new snaps except for his.
He may be headed towards unemployment.
Yeah. Oh, he could tag with Cameron Grimes because that's a way better tag partner than he is a singles. I'm just saying. Joe, your thoughts, my friend?
Yeah, I thought it was weird that he didn't turn here tonight because I thought we would. I thought we'd see another one tonight too. We didn't see either one of them. Yeah. But I just maybe this is going to be OC and Chuck versus Roppongi Vice. The only thing I can think of.
Yeah, Romero. I could see Romero.
That could happen too. I didn't think about the Roppongi Vice angle of this, but yeah, that could very well happen.
We go to Mox in the back, talks about defending the championship against a truck of a man. I'm going to say this. It's a fellow guy who shaves his head. I like that look on him. I think it's ridiculous he was trying to grow his hair out because he's missing a lot of hair. Like he'd have to practically shave Joe bald to get that hair to look right. We don't want
to see the Baba. The Baba will get it done for you.
Yeah. You go see Guido.
I got it too. I just keep it covered up.
Yeah.
I will say, like when I first saw him shave his head, I was like, but the look has grown. He looks good with a shaved head.
He honestly, he looks menacing. If I saw him walking down the street, he could just be like, "Hey, baby, I'll pick you up some croissants." I'd be like, "That guy's gonna fucking stab me in the heart." I'm going the other direction. Like,
and then he's gonna eat the croissants.
And then he's gonna eat all the croissants.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a bad man.
That's how you get him. That's long-term storytelling, man. Cholesterol.
Yeah, we're gonna clog the arteries of yours, buddy.
So Swerve comes out to her. The popular term now in wrestling, boys and girls, is I am the learning tree, if you will, of this podcast, because we are in Swerve's era. This is the era of Swerve. And initially, I thought he'll get a couple defenses and he'll lose it to All In, but I have been proven incorrect because of how they booked the gauntlet match. But we'll get to that. He comes out. All I gotta say is Triple H has got to be kicking his ass for how bad his father-in-law screwed up. Because I think if Swerve is in WWE, Cody Rhodes would still be in AEW. I don't think they would offer him the money. That's how big Swerve is. I think that's
I don't think Swerve would have done half as good as what he's doing now.
Under Triple H.
I don't know. Was he a Swerve fan?
I mean, he was, because he booked him really well in NXT. I thought he had a great run in NXT.
Okay, guys. Well, let's quick sidetrack here.
Yeah.
What do you think Swerve's limit would have been in WWE? Go ahead, Mr. Isaacs.
Possibly Intercontinental. I don't think he would have made it to world champion. I don't think they would have given him that chance.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd be as hot in WWE as he is.
You want to know what his ceiling would be? He'd be the leader of Hit Row, feuding with some other group. That's it.
And Hit Row sucked.
Because look, as much as everyone says Triple H is doing great, he has a propensity to not strike when the iron is hot with people.
No, that's true. You're right. Perfect example is Xia Li, who happened to have been released by the WWE. So we go to our first match of the night. We are actually at our first match. Holy cow. I mean, this is a segment-heavy show. I'm just letting you guys know. It was not a ton of action. But first match is Swerve versus Kyle Fletcher. This is the Eliminator match. For those who don't know, boys and girls, you win the Eliminator match, then you can challenge for the actual belt.
Who's right? Joe's right.
Joe's right.
Don't you forget it.
Don't forget it. I thought this was a weird placement for this match. I know you. I would have ended the show with it. He is your champ. I think opening with him makes sense now, seeing how the show progresses. But initially, when I did this, I was like, this is very weird. Like, it's a weird placement.
Someone's trying to take your name.
Stop stealing my gimmick, man. Jeez.
He's got a TNA Impact logo.
That's all.
It makes it even worse.
You know, things are not good when things are not good when you're thinking about bringing Tessa Blanchard back.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Hey, Tessa, what you doing over there?
Oh my God. TNA went from
They literally ran off a cliff.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, I went from like caring about them to all of a sudden just
yeah.
don't care anymore.
Bury them at sea, but you kind of want to tie a lot of like concrete blocks and stuff to it to make sure they stay down.
It's a good buddy from All F and Rescue to Eric Points.
Hey,
Feels
what's
like
up,
they
Eric?
should open the champ on Rampage rather than Dynamite. Interesting.
That's a good take too. I mean, but I thought it was weird. Anyways, when I was watching this, I was wondering if they're setting up Swerve versus Ospreay, and this would be the way you inject popularity into your belt with a nice long reign from Ospreay. But again, I digress. This is just the notes I take in the past. Not talking about the future. Really liked the fact that it was very methodical, good back and forth. We see Jack Perry at Tony Khan's office door walking in with this like shit grin on his face. Man, that swerve stomp was awesome on the edge of the apron. Fletcher worked the ankle. He got some offense in there. Callis calls for the table, and Fletcher says no. He flashes him the four fingers, like he's the catcher of the New York Mets,
It's like
yeah, Canada Dry. Thoughts on
this is a fun match. I gotta admit, yeah. Like I really like Fletcher. I think he's loaded with talent, and like these two, they mix well. I got to be honest. Like, and I would have liked to have Swerve talk first, though. That's my complaint.
Yeah,
just a quick little. I'm the new champ, and just like get his flowers, and then start the match.
Okay. All right. How about you, Mr. Expert?
Yeah, I agree with that. I think this was a really good match, but I would have liked to have heard from Swerve. I would have liked for him to come out, cut a promo, and then maybe later in the show wrestle a match. To kind of just set the playing field of, hey, I'm the champion now, and I'm going to take on all comers, and this first guy, Kyle Fletcher, is going to step up, but he's going to fail, and like that kind of deal. I thought that would have been nice. But it was a very good match. I mean, these two are obviously great. Kyle Fletcher is a future star. Swerve is a current star. And I just love seeing the guys champion.
Okay. Joe.
I'm glad he didn't cut a promo because I couldn't hear anything. So I'm going to say that all night long. I'm fine that he didn't cut a promo. He's got plenty of time. He's going to hold his belt for a while.
Yeah.
But the match itself, I really enjoyed it. Like, it's Kyle Fletcher. It's Swerve. They work great together. Swerve works well with anybody. Like, he just has the ability to adapt to anything, and it's awesome. Like, I mean, he's proven he can brawl, he can get technical, he can high fly. He's like the complete package.
He is. That was beautiful, Joe.
He cried, Joe.
Move me.
All I guys love for you, Joe.
There we go. We got the hearts flowing. Good now.
We go to Renee. She's with Thunder Rosa. Eventually, what happens is Deonna Purrazzo comes out. The Virtuosa versus Thunder Rosa. Like, we've been clamoring for this. Like, I feel like they're like, hey, let's go from 0 to 5,000 miles per hour before we hit that brick wall. Like, that's how it feels. It feels like I'm going to drive by and I'm going to see these mangled bodies. And I'm going to be like, yeah, well, you know what? You can't tell long-term storytelling in 5 days. That's all I'm saying. Then we get Renee in the back with Ospreay. No, we don't. No, sorry. We go to our second match. We get Mina, right?
Mina Shikawa.
Yeah.
I can't pronounce her last name.
I'm glad you all remember this poor girl's name because I didn't.
Yeah. I've seen her before. She was Mariah May's tag partner.
They very much put that over in this match.
Oh yeah, very much so. Yeah. You were told 4 or 5 times before they even got into the ring about them being tag champs. So and she's taking on Anna Jay. When I say Anna Jay literally kicks things off, she did. She went in and kicked her right into the face. Great. I thought it was a really good showing for Mina. I thought it was a really good, honest to goodness way to introduce her to the audience. You got a little bit more Americanized style of Joshi wrestling, essentially, which is good. And I think that's what's going to help her translate to the U.S. fans. Because, especially now, for those who don't know, Stardom has been purchased by New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, Big Dad, has now brought his, fledgling punk rock daughter home so they can make some money and make some good business. So, it was a good match, and it'd be awesome. Like, it was a good match. I thought Anna Jay looked like $1 million. I thought she looked really good. I didn't think this loss hurt her at all. Period. She decides to go mental. She becomes a one-woman wrecking crew. Then Tony Storm comes out. And then Serena Deeb comes out and sits down after she tosses Tony Storm's heels away. And I couldn't understand a word she said because all I heard was the crowd. But I did see her mouth, world champion. And why Tony? I can call you Tony because we're on a first name basis here. As you watch this show in your office, well, probably the hospital. Why in the world are you just getting Serena Deeb into the? Did it take?
It's about time, though.
Yeah, like you lost a third of your roster on the women's division, and that's the enticement. Like Serena Deeb should have been your first champ. Period. She should have been your first multiple champion. Period. But I digress. Let's go to Canada Dry. Thoughts on the second match of the night?
Now, I love this match, but I do have a problem with what's her name, Mina?
Yeah.
Mina shouldn't have won. She didn't need the W. She's not your hometown star.
True.
Yeah, and you're gonna set up a match with Tony and Anna Jay, and she's lost. It doesn't make sense. She should have got an upset win.
Mm-hmm.
And you find another reason to attack. Like I think that you give her the W on this one. But my real thing is Serena Deeb is finally she's not just getting a shot. She's winning it.
Interesting.
She's winning. She's winning the gold.
So my question to you is she transitional? Or does she have
I think she's gonna have a nice run. I think she's gonna show what she can do.
Yeah,
with as a women's champ, I think like she deserves it. Like she once in a while you got to put the belt on your best wrestler.
I agree. Mr. Isaacs, try to follow that up, sucker.
That sounds like a challenge, my friend.
Indeed, it is.
This was a really good match. I enjoyed it. Mina looks fantastic. Like she's really good, very good wrestler. Anna Jay is looking like she's improving a lot. She's been putting in the reps. She's looking a lot better than she used to. And I'm excited about Serena Deeb going for the title. Now, I assume that Tony Storm is now a babyface because it was surprising to see her come out and save Mariah May.
Yeah.
You know, the old heel Tony Storm probably would have just stood and watched and then like mocked her or something.
Yeah.
So I assume they're going for her being the baby face here against Serena Deeb being the heel. But I mean, they'll have a fantastic feud though, and it'll be a really good match. I look forward to it.
Is that a game show? Fantastic Feud?
No, it's
Fantastic Feud.
Maybe that's what it's called in Canada, but here we call it Family Feud.
Does it sound like a game show, the Fantastic Feud?
Maybe that's a segment that we can have at some point here on F1
Sounds like
Wrestling.
you're combining Fantastic Four and Family Feud.
It does.
It might be a good segment.
So you got a guy who's literally on fire, and then like a guy who's made of rock, and they're like saying, come up with a word for making whoopee.
What is sex in the elevator, Jim?
All the while,
Give me going to Pound Town. Going to Pound Town. That was number one.
No!
Good job.
Treat her like a jackhammer. Number 2.
Helicopter.
We're off the rails tonight.
Show me
gentlemen.
helicopter.
So what you're saying is Ric Flair, basically, right?
Yes. Shout out to Woo Energy.
I also shout out to my good friend, Bad Take Cade.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He's got some bad takes.
No, he's got lots of bad takes.
What kind of take has he had this week, Canada Dry? Has he had a good one in the past couple days?
I think he's keeping it pretty on the DL right now.
Okay.
He's typing it out and then he erases it. And then
Yeah, he's like, I'm
so-
about to comment. He's like, delete.
I can't tell you how many times I've done that today to people in the effing wrestling group. Tim Bickerstaff, how many times I've typed something out and I'm like, nah, let me be the bigger guy and deleted it all.
So I'm not going to say who this person is, but Joseph Graham, I talked to him in chat today, and I'm not going to say who this person is, but he's asked to delete somebody from the All Effing Wrestling community. And I said, on your birthday, unless they've changed. So that's but he kick him out on his birthday.
I didn't ask to. I said my exact words was, I need a favor. If this person ever does anything that warrants to be kicked out of our group, can I please be the one to boot him?
And I modified it. Said, you know what? If he doesn't change his ways by your birthday, you can kick him out.
Wow.
Early birthday gift from Canada Dry.
Not early, it's on his birthday.
On his birthday, okay.
It's basically it's a box that, you know how like extended families send Christmas presents early and they sit under the tree and you have to just stare at it.
Right.
That's what this is.
I like how Caleb's in the chat saying, me?
No, Caleb.
he's either in all honesty, he's either
You know what?
What?
You just made the list.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Well, anyways, let's go to our Willow
That's great,
story.
Shane. Oh, crap, I'm screwed.
I went to New York once, and a friend of mine who is a very dear friend of mine, I love him to death. Him and his husband, they were unmarried at the time of they were dating.
Ouch.
He took me to a show called Penis Petrie Theater, and these
What?
guys would
That sounds
contort
fantastic.
stuff to make a hamburger or like oh, it was so weird. It was just but anyways, let's go to our Willow celebration. I don't know why.
I don't even know where that came from,
That's
KSB.
I don't know where that came from, where it was going, nothing.
I just thought it shit is random story connected to nothing at all. That we were just saying.
JFP's like, let me talk about a time I went to a place and we made dicks.
Y'all want to hear my dick story? Where are we?
Willow
Reset your focus.
celebration.
The Willow
She,
Night.
That's the Willow
right?
celebration.
Yeah.
So we get Stokely, and we get Statlander. She gives the flowers. Willow's cues a button. I don't know. I didn't hear everything that Stokely said, so I'm sure it was amazing. But for some reason, the audio was crap.
Oh, sucky for you guys again.
Yeah. So, on cue, here comes the CEO, Mercedes Monet. Willow's kind of pissed that she's getting interrupted. Who gets the blame? That's what this is about. Like this veiled nod to the internet wrestling community. Like maybe she did hurt me on purpose. Anybody who watched the match knows that was not even close to being the case. Willow's promo may very well go down as probably one of the best women's promo ever. I thought it was brilliant because I feel like she laid it all out. Her years of being frustrated, being on the indie scene before she finally got her big shot, which she should have gone 2 years ago. CEO already. Ain't kidding. Canada Dry, your thoughts on the Willow Selly?
I think it went on a little bit too long, but it did what it needed to do. It established that Willow's the champ. 30-something days, we're going to have that battle. And CEO looking a little heelish now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, isn't she supposed to be the good guy here?
Not against Willow.
Not against Willow. You can't. There's no way. No.
Yeah. So I think it'll turn out that it was actually Mercedes who turned off the light, faked their own injury.
All right.
Interesting. Mr. Expert.
Yeah, I thought this was a good segment. I do think that Mercedes Moné is going to be the heel here. I kind of wonder if maybe Statlander is going to turn on Willow and join Mercedes.
Yeah, that's a big thing.
I think that's a very real possibility. But I mean, it's pretty obvious this is going to be the next big feud.
Yeah.
And I hope Willow doesn't drop it right away to Monet, but I kind of think she will because they're not going to have Monet lose when she hasn't even wrestled a match yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, transitional, but she still gets her moment, right?
Yeah.
The name's on the plate. So that's all that matters. She gets a copy of it. Let's go to Joe. Joe, your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought this was a pretty good segment. I also thought that this might be where Stat turns because honestly, I thought we were getting at the pay-per-view because they definitely framed the end of that match.
Yeah.
To make it look like she was going to turn, but I think eventually Statlander turns, and especially with how this segment ended with Statlander grabbing Monet and Monet thinking it was Willow and just smacking the taste out of her mouth.
Yep.
Oh,
She painted her face. She painted her face.
Shout out to Noob.
I mean, how do you shut off? I mean, the lights went out when she was sitting there talking. Like
she hit that clapper. Clap on.
That's what I missed.
Clap on. The clapper.
She punched herself.
I would love to see a clapper at a wrestling show where everyone's clapping. And
They should totally do a clapper segment for wrestling. That'd be hilarious. Yeah, that free gimmick, guys. Anyone wants to do a clapper episode in AEW? Like, just have someone end it with.
You could call it a crowd lights off match.
Yeah. I like it.
I'm thinking more of a segment though. Like
that would be bad. We could just clap once, turn the lights off, and not turn them back on because we don't care anymore.
So, out of the amazing backstage talent that we have that exists in AEW that does interviews, of course, I'm only talking about one person. Renee was not the person interviewing the people coming out of Tony.
I need a scoop. I need a scoop.
That guy, literally, I wish I could just bitch slap him and maybe give him a concussion. I don't know.
Maybe a little concussion.
No. Like, I don't remember how to talk concussion.
Was this Marvez? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, Marv. Oh, God.
I wish
The absolute worst.
I'm on this.
The worst backstage interviewer ever in the history of professional wrestling.
So he
That's
asked Jack.
Marvez.
Yeah. I need a scoop.
So he goes to Jack Perry, Okada, Nicholas Jackson, correct?
I think it was Matthew first, then Nick.
Yeah, Matthew and then Nicholas. And Nicholas breaks the news. Tony Khan will talk to Jack Perry at the end of the show live.
Yes.
First time ever.
Unbelievable. If you're not already amped about this, you have no pulse. So we go to our main event, technically, because we don't. So we go to the Gauntlet Casino Royale match. I'm just going to list who is in it and then who wins it. Then we'll discuss. So Jay White comes out first. He faces Dante Martin. Penta comes out third. Kyle O'Reilly comes out fourth. By the way, Lil Shaver got a little close cut. He's no longer got the scraggly Oasis hair.
It looks good.
Yeah, he doesn't look like a former 90s grunge band member who's trying to make it big again, playing county festivals.
Looks like he's in an Alice in Chains cover band.
Yeah. Chains bells.
Wrong with an Alice in Chains cover band. That sounds cool.
And anybody who knows Kyle O'Reilly knows he plays a mean air guitar.
That's true. That is true.
Why? Because he's from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada.
Sure, why not?
Oh,
A place renowned for a great air guitarist.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I used to play air guitar back in elementary school.
Yeah.
I bet you did. I would have loved to have seen that.
We can maybe do a private session. I could show you.
I think if we do a session, he's be out in the open now.
It's free for the first 30 minutes, and then it's $9.99 a minute after that.
He's like trying to leave. I'm like, no, I'm not done.
I gotta hit the encore.
Out comes the surprise of the night. This is the gauntlet match to set up who's taking on Roderick Strong, who, by the way, has had a shitty reign as the international champion. He's defended it twice?
Once. And one eliminator match.
In one eliminator match. Ospreay comes out. Will Ospreay comes out. Fresh off of what I thought stole the show at Dynasty. That man comes out. And then we get Lance Archer, Commander, and then the final contestant is Jay Lethal. I wrote down it's interesting that they're going with him in the international championship, which leads me to believe that either he's going to be transitional and losing in another 30 days, which I find to be bullcrap, or he's going to have a decent reign with this.
Who, Will Ospreay?
Yeah, Will Ospreay.
Yeah, I think he's going to have a decent reign.
Yeah.
I think this is the best way to keep him away from the AEW world title scene right now.
Yep.
He'll have a long run with this.
Yeah.
I think he's going to do what Orange Cassidy did to this title, but better because it's
10 times better.
Yeah. As long as you don't outshine the champ, the world champ, whoever it may be. But I think he gets a decent reign if they're going to really go with this, because
well, I think you need a decent reign out of Will Ospreay with the international title, and you need a decent reign out of Swerve Strickland.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Anybody else want to add anything?
I absolutely love this concept of a match. I hate the name because it's not a gauntlet match.
Yeah.
But the concept that there's no limit to how many people are in this match, and just every predetermined amount of time, some unknown person comes out. I really like that.
Yeah.
And what I really liked about this is it wasn't one prohibitive favorite and a bunch of like just low-level jobbers. It was, I could see multiple people in this match getting the win.
Yeah.
Like it could have been Kyle O'Reilly to continue the story. It could have been Will. It could have been Archer. Archer's a legit threat. So, I like it. I hope they do this more often.
Yeah, the only problem with Archer is he doesn't wrestle full time in the States.
Yeah, that is the only problem.
So it's hard to put that kind of strap on him. Like TBS title, give that to him or something, or TNT title.
But yeah, the concept of this match was absolutely astounding. I loved it. I've always hated the WWE Gauntlet match because it was so unfair.
Yeah.
If you come in last, you can win the whole damn thing.
Yeah.
And the first guy has virtually no chance of winning that thing.
Yeah.
So I definitely like this way of doing a gauntlet.
Yeah. And I like the United Kingdom. I like the United Kingdom coming out.
Undisputed Kingdom.
Undisputed Kingdom. Yeah.
England came out. King Charles came out.
Don't worry, Shane made the same mistake.
Oh my God.
King Charles came out with our buddy Liam as his henchman.
Liam's like, get him.
Haney came out in tow.
Yeah. So we get those shenanigans. Sets up Roderick Strong, who, by the way, still looks like the gym teacher that either is dating a student or you found out through surfing on your phone that he's involved in male porn.
Jesus.
That's all I'm saying. Welcome to Dynamite After Dark. So we go to the next segment, which is Chris the Learning Tree Jericho, who comes out and says the FTW belt is for the world, is for all of you. The play up that he's doing right now, I think, is going to lead to a very interesting character we have not ever really truly seen from Chris Jericho. And I'm digging it.
I'm loving it too.
I didn't think I was going to. I thought that thing was going to be hot garbage. Big Bill comes out. We have our first student under the learning tree is Big Bill.
Big Bill.
Which kind of fuels the rumor Ricky Starks is probably not going to be around much longer.
No, I don't think it is.
Yeah, I think he's going to WWE so he can hang out with Cody for a while.
He's gonna hang out with Cody. He's gonna be hanging out with the NXT people.
Yeah.
I don't think so. If he goes there, he's main roster.
Ooh. Yeah, that guy's not ready for.
Well, there's the thing. If Starks demands it, well, he could say either I stay in AEW. He's got a little bit of leverage power here.
I mean, to be honest
what
with you,
WWE says. Like, this is what I want. Can you give it to me?
to be honest with you, if I was Tony Khan, I'd be like, good luck. Have fun in WWE.
No, that's what I'm saying. But if he's going to WWE, he's demanding a certain level of stardom.
Yeah, but he doesn't have that in AEW. Like, here's the thing.
He's on the main roster. He's not in ROH.
I guarantee you that even if whoever is the head of talent relations at WWE right now, I don't even know who it is.
You don't think Cody has a bit of pull?
Yeah, but if you're the if you're in charge of talent relations and it gets by you, Triple H is going to be like, no. And I don't care.
I don't know. He loves pulling those guys over and saying, look who we stole from them. That's just my thoughts.
Yeah, but what do you do with him in the main roster? He's not main roster ready.
I don't know. I think he could be. I think one of his main problems is the lagging the direction that AEW has and having to make your own character and not having that character development that WWE has that giant machine behind.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Go backstage and Renee finally, somebody got rid of Marvez. She is with Ospreay. Callis interrupts as always because he does realize and understand that he's got the golden goose, Will Ospreay. But they're kind of disagreeing about one thing, and that is this: Will Ospreay does not want to use the Tiger Driver anymore.
What?
Down, Callis says, "Why not? You think Roderick Strong is going to care? You think he's not going to use his best moves? Break necks. That's what he wants him to do. He's the aerial assassin." I thought it was kind of interesting.
I love it.
Yeah, I loved it. Mr. Expert, your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was fantastic too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what Ospreay can do here.
Yeah.
And, he's going to be a champion. He's going to hold the belt for a long time.
Yep.
And it's going to be terrific. The matches are going to be great. He's going to put on a bunch of 5-star matches, and it's going to be great. We're all going to benefit from watching it.
Yep. Absolutely. Joe.
I missed this segment, but this seems like just logical storytelling.
Yeah.
So
go-
can't be mad at logical storytelling.
No, not at all. Let's go to our fourth match, main event, if you will.
Just before we start the main event, I just
Yes.
want to remind everyone, today we're picking a video game. It doesn't have to be retro. Just pick a video game that you've enjoyed sometime in your life.
Yeah.
For the
All
fun.
I got one. Brought a tear to my eye. Just saying. So we go to our main event, John Moxley comes out. He's taking on Powerhouse Hobbs. He looks mean as shit. I mean, there's just no doubt about it. He literally looks like he would stab you in an alley if you take your wallet, and then when you're like, oh, he'd stab you again just to make sure he finishes off the job. You know?
What a jerk!
Yeah, what a jerk. You know? They buy
My grandpapa gave me that chain.
yeah,
What
they
chain?
buy cheap vodka and some meth. That's what he looks like. But I like the look. I think it suits him really well because when the whole Blackpool Combat Club dissipates, as it will, he's set. I mean, he's ready to rock and roll. He's doing really, all by himself. So, it's a very slow start. This is going to be Japanese wrestling for the American fans who are not familiar with Joshin. It's Japanese strong style. There's no such thing as moves. There's picking guy up and putting guy down. That's it. And then punch, punch, slap, slap, chop, chop. And not necessarily in that sequence. Yeah, there were some weird things about the picture in picture just kind of interrupted the host. So I'm like, wait, Excalibur is like, and then it just goes to picture in picture,
And it was loud as hell too.
Oh yeah. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I know I'm losing my hearing, but
Excalibur didn't even get to do his spiel.
Yeah, I don't even think they knew picture in picture was coming.
yeah, it just showed up right on my TV. I love I love the physicality of this match. Mox, of course, wins because you're not going to give the Powerhouse Hobbs is one of the most prestigious belts in the world. Maybe. Out comes Takeshita. So we know who's going for the next. But here's the thing. There are guys in Japan who are not happy about this. And they've made it publicly known that belt should be here.
I feel like that's got to just be a story to lead up to Forbidden Door, right?
I mean, of course, but how they treat wrestling in Japan is totally different how we treat it here in North America.
My only problem is I just don't. I'm over this one person fighting every member of the Callis family like week after week.
Yeah,
I'm so done with it.
Yeah,
I gotta say this match was it was the Japan style, and it just didn't flow very well for me because if you're not used to that style, it's hard to get into it. And it was a strange Moxley style. It was a strange Hobbs style.
Yep.
Well, also I think Hobbs injured his knee, so I think they had to sort of end the match a little soon.
Yeah.
I think he legit hurt himself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that puts a damper on that match then.
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Isaacs.
I thought it was a good match. It was a good Japan style match. It is very interesting watching Moxley work a technical style match, which he does in Japan. He doesn't do a whole lot of the blood kind of stuff. He does a little bit, but he does more technical stuff over there.
Yeah.
I thought it was a very solid match. It was pretty clear. I don't think it was kayfabe. It looked like Hobbs legitimately hurt his knee.
Mm-hmm.
And they kind of like called an audible, finished the match pretty quickly, and then 2 doctors came in to check on him at the very end. So
that was doctors. I thought they were doing a tickle fight at the end.
I haven't seen that in strong style yet, but
tickle fight.
It sounds like more of a DDT thing than a New Japan thing. But
you're probably right.
But yeah, I hopefully he's okay. It looked like he hurt himself, so we'll see what happens there. But I enjoyed this match for what it was. I mean, it wasn't very long. There wasn't much to it, but I liked it. I thought it was solid.
Okay. EVP Joe.
Yeah, like it was a good match. I think I agree with you. I think this should have opened the show and maybe closed with Swerve.
Yeah.
I think it would have been better, personally. But I'm kind of over Don Callis on commentary. Like, he doesn't really bring anything anymore. He's just, like, he's not bad. It's just, it's very bland.
Yeah.
I'm kind of done with like. I'd rather him just be a ringside. If he's going to sit there and call plays, you should be a ringside to be able to better communicate, not 20 feet away screaming. Yeah, throwing up fingers.
Uh,
I agree. You're not a third base coach. No, you're not even a first base coach. So we get to the end of the show, and out comes Jack, and Shivani looks defeated. Shivani looks like you shot his dog, you beat his wife to near death, you burnt the house down, you deflated you deflated 2 tires because who carries 2 spares? Duh. Maybe poured sugar in the gas tank, and he just had a horrible day. But Tony Schiavone introduces Jack Perry. Jack Perry comes to the ring. And then Tony Khan comes out. And Jack says that I only have the best intentions because I want AEW to succeed. Shake my hand, reinstate me, and I'll go ahead and make AEW what it can be. And they shake hands, they hug, and Jack Perry turns and gives this evil grin. And
My heart
then,
grew 10 sizes.
yeah,
uh,
they attacked Tony Khan. First, it was Jack Perry. The indie taker was given. This man took legit bumps. Now, the Bucks are very safe. I never thought I would have ever said that in my entire life, but they were very safe. I rest assured Tony Khan is okay because he's watching from the hospital.
his head didn't even touch the mat.
Yeah,
They were like overly
they
safe.
held
with
him,
him.
and then we're like,
You know, in this segment that he's trying not hard not to grin from ear to ear.
yeah,
I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, he's
Well,
a
you
Vince
could
McMahon
see
in
him,
right?
like you could see because when he went to shake Jack Perry's hand, he's looking at the crowd like just cheese and unnatural.
Yeah, he's excited about what's about to go down. He can't withhold it.
they were going to give him the EVP trigger, and changed and went to the indie taker.
To the TK driver, as they call it.
Yeah,
now.
the TK driver.
He used to be the Meltzer driver.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
Giving him the TK driver is pretty funny.
it is brilliant because I'm going to let you guys. I'm going to go one by one, teach you guys.
Let me go
get
first.
your
Let me
reactions,
go
your
first.
thoughts. And then I'm going to give you how I see this blossoming, like an onion that blossoms when you deep fry it with a delicious sauce. Anyways, Joe, you go first.
I loved this. Everything about it, from the cheesiness of TK to just the elite just becoming that much more evil. I love, like, Tony Khan took that gut punch and it was like a delayed reaction. Took the worst bump I've ever seen in my life. Laid there for a good 3 seconds, then decided to sell the punch.
Yeah.
Like, I loved it. And I think my favorite thing out of all of this is Okada, of all people, playing Peacekeeper.
Yeah.
Like, he's going around to everybody. He's like, what are we doing? Like, I loved it, and I cannot wait to see where this goes. And I feel like we're going to get like a divide in the locker room based off what happened with everyone coming out to check on him. Even his father was there, which kind of surprised me.
Yeah, that was a big surprise. That was a huge surprise. Canada Dry, why don't you go for it next?
I love this. Like, as soon as you heard that Tony Khan was going to come out to the ring, you knew something special was going to happen.
Yeah.
And I love him being a character on the TV. I want to see more and more of Tony Khan being a character, because if you see him on TV, he's just lovable.
Yeah.
He's just this lovable doofus.
Yeah.
I said, but he is very awkward when talking.
Yeah, it is, but he's lovable. He's a lovable doofus.
Yeah, You know what the difference? You know the only difference between Tony Khan and the four of us?
He's
Billions
rich.
of dollars.
Yes, exactly. And we could run a promotion too if we had the money.
He loves professional wrestling. We love it. We do a podcast almost every day of the week.
Yeah.
Because we love this medium. We just love it.
This story is really cool. It's got this NWO sort of feel to it.
Yeah.
Takeover sort of feel to it.
Yep.
Chef's kiss.
Yeah. Let's go to Mr. Isaacs.
Yeah, I absolutely love this. I know I'm on record saying this many times, but when you take something that brings in a bunch of realism and stuff that goes on really behind the scenes and makes it part of kayfabe, it hits different. And this is a prime example of that.
Yeah.
I absolutely love this segment. I couldn't help but think that when they beat down Tony Khan like this, if this is going to be like his Eric Bischoff jackknife through the stage moment, and if Tony Khan is going to end up swerving everybody and joining them and being their leader.
Oh,
I was hoping that at the very beginning that he was going to be like.
I just kind of wonder because he's a historian. He likes to kind of rehash things like this.
I would love it if you're.
Do we
right
think this is his jackknife powerbomb through the stage, Eric Bischoff, Kevin Nash moment here?
I hope
and
so.
He's going to end up being the guy pulling the strings behind the Elite.
I would love it.
I would too.
That would be fun.
Yeah, I would too. I don't know how I feel about Tony Khan being a recurring onstage character.
I love that. I love seeing it.
It just seems like a great storyline, though. And I think it'd be really cool. I do think it's funny, though, that Tony Khan did sell horribly.
Yeah.
I mean, he got hit in the gut, and then he, fell flat, like he got hit in the face. It just didn't,
things to work on, though, right?
Didn't sell a stomach pain or anything like that. It was kind of funny. And then, of course, he gets laid out in the ring. The Elite leave. And then, all of a sudden, all the undercard guys start coming out to check on him. That was kind of funny too, but I love this though. I thought this was great, and I want to see where they're going with it.
Yeah, I think we're going to witness a revolution and probably one of the greatest, not just heel, one of the greatest factions of all time. As long as they don't become bloated. The only other person I would add to this would be Hangman Adam Page. They have the opportunity to do something that every wrestling fan has wanted since the NWO just fizzled out. No factions within factions within factions, none of this. It's the Elite. And what they're going to do is it's going to be AEW versus the Elite. That's the long-term storyline. Who's going to rise up to challenge the Elite in AEW? Who joins the Elite in AEW? It's going to be so freaking impressive to see where this goes. I love long-term storytelling. This is the best time to be a wrestling fan. WWE is nailing it. AEW is nailing it. 100,000%.
I'll tell you what I want this to end in. Omega Okada 5.
Okay,
That's what I
please.
hope this ends.
That'd be cool.
Well, Tony, we know you listen. You're in the hospital. So, one, fix the audio if you can.
Please.
But number two, do what's right. Do what's right, my friend. Well, we are at that time, ladies and gentlemen.
Flower shop.
It's the Flower Shop. Flower Shop, of course, is brought to you by ProWrestlingTees.com/Adrian Adonis, where you can get that Adrian Adonis gear. ProWrestlingTees.com/Adrian Adonis.
It only makes sense to advertise Adrian Adonis if we're doing the flower shop.
Exactly. That was a nice correlation there.
Thank you, good sir. So, favorite segment, favorite match, number of bells, and then
Video game.
video game. Ken and Dry, you go first.
I'm going for my favorite match is going to be. I'm going with this casino gauntlet match. Like, how cool was this concept?
It was freaking unbelievable.
And it just like out of nowhere, like the announcers didn't even seem to know what it was,
Yeah.
and what the rules were at first, but it was really cool. Favorite segment, I'm going with Learning Tree, Chris Jericho, just because you guys are all going to go with that final segment, and I'm cool with that. I love this Learning Tree, Chris Jericho, just being so smug, like the fans are all, he knows that the fans are against him, and he's just like, I love you.
And he's got a new Fozzy song.
Yeah.
His new
And
entrance.
Boo.
I want this to slowly evolve to him being the genius Lanny Poffo. Just getting more smug and the whole get up more.
He's gonna come out and read poetry from a scroll.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh, he should make it should be like his list of poetry. He should
Yeah.
incorporate the list into it somehow.
But yeah, my favorite video game, I'm going with Mario Party. You get a bunch of people together, you're playing this game, you're about to win. All of a sudden, I switched cards with EVP Joe, and now he's got all my coins, and he's about to win the game, and I'm in last place now.
Oh.
That game is so
And then
fun.
Mr. Isaac stole my star.
I put out that damn banana peel, and your
Yeah.
tires slipped.
Yeah, like I would love to sit and just play a Mario Party game with y'all.
Ah, that'd be awesome.
I'm giving this show a 4.57.
Okay. Mr. Isaacs.
All right. So match of the night for me. I'm gonna go with Swerve and Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah.
I really like that one. Segment of the night, of course, is going to be the final segment of the night with Tony Khan. I mean, Tony Khan getting a tombstone. I mean, how are you going to beat that?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. As far as the bell rating, I like this show. I didn't think it was as great as you guys did. I'll give it 3.5 bells. I'll give that.
Okay. Yeah, that's not
And
horrible.
as far as video games go, I'm going to go with what my current favorite's been for the past couple of years. I like Call of Duty Warzone,
Okay.
which you can catch me on and squad up with me, and we can go take over Rebirth Island together.
All right. Not bad. Xbox or PlayStation?
I have it on PlayStation and I have it on PC.
Okay. All right. EVP Joe.
Okay, so match of the night, I'm going with the gauntlet match. I enjoyed that so much, and I love that concept. Segment, it's got to be the end. It's got to be the EVPs, the elite. I'm giving this show 4 stars just because the audio, I hated it so much. Like it literally took away from my enjoyment of some.
I can see that. I think it's probably why Jeremy gave it so low as well.
But so my game that I'm playing, that I'm picking, is honestly, it's a game that, like you said, you want to play with everybody. Like, we could squad up on this because there's just so many options. And it's I'm going with the series, the Diablo series, 1, 2, 3, 4. I've played it on Xbox, PlayStation, and PC.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a fun game to play. And there's just, especially with Diablo 4, there's just so much replayability with it, with all the different difficulties and world tiers. It's fun. Just go around just slaying demons.
Yeah. That's right, kids. Slay demons. Don't do drugs. Make sure you take your vitamins. Anyways, my favorite match of the night was the gauntlet match. My God, the gauntlet match was so freaking awesome because it was such a unique and different way of doing that approach. But they need to come up with a way better name because it was not a gauntlet at all. It was just guys coming in until somebody got a pin. You know, it's like a pig pile almost. I loved it. It was awesome. My segment, of course, is the Elite and Tony Khan. Tony Khan took bumps. He took bumps. Come on. That's gotta melt your icy heart, you internet wrestling goons. It was pure poetry. I'm gonna give it 4.75 stars.
Wow.
The only reason why I won't give it 5 is because the audio was atrocious and uncalled for. Just saying.
What game you going with?
So Red Dead Redemption 2.
All right.
I play that game, and there's a scene where your character is on the verge of dying. And I started crying as he's spilling his guts, remembering his life, his wife, his kids, and how he wasn't always a good man, but he wanted him to remember him as a good man. And I just was like, I'm not crying, you're crying. Nah. It was horrible.
I'm hearing someone's backstage. Hey, Caleb.
Caleb, what's
What's
up,
up, my
homie?
boy?
So Mark Briscoe had another baby. How many kids has he got now?
4.
No. Mark Briscoe has 8 kids.
Mark Briscoe
Wait.
has 8 kids.
Yeah, so
Holy shit.
I know.
Caleb wants to ask if he can be a babysitter for Mark Briscoe.
Look, that's very admirable of you, Caleb, but do you really want to take on that many kids?
No.
You don't want to be the Mark Briscoe babysitter?
There's too much babies for me to handle.
Well, look how much money you'd make. How many is that a baby?
$800.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want $800?
I do.
Yeah, there you go. So I think you should ask. Go on the air here right now. Ask Mark Briscoe if you can babysit.
I will.
Okay, there you go. Go ahead. Ask him.
Hi, Mark Basil. My name is Caleb. I'm the fan of you since when you started. May I be your babysitter, please?
May I be your babysitter?
There you go.
That was beautiful, Caleb.
Maybe you can learn Froggy Bow.
Absolutely beautiful, my man.
Yeah, like think about the babysitting money you could get out of this.
You'd be counting cash.
Like once you got that money,
Lord King.
that ex-girlfriend of yours, she's be coming sniffing around.
But
Oh,
but
yeah.
since you brought it up, for those that don't know, like Mark named the baby after his brother Jay, like
Oh,
his
yeah.
real name. So they named it after him, which I thought was a very nice touch.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's
All right, guys, we're kind of what was our cumulative score here?
Yeah.
4.205.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Really
Did
good.
JFB give his video game?
Yeah, Red Dead
Red Dead
Redemption.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh, I want to ask you a question. Did you get to kill the Klansman in that game yet?
No, not yet.
You know,
It's
I've got
probably
an interesting little side story about that. Sting's son has been doing game streams here on YouTube.
Yeah.
And he got, after he made that appearance at the pay-per-view, like his subscriber base just skyrocketed.
He plays
And-
Destiny too.
Yeah, but he's been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 as well.
Oh, nice.
And
Gotta get
yeah,
it.
so I watched him play that a couple nights. Just a random thing. But Sting's son has been playing games here on YouTube for anybody that wants to check that out.
Okay. Bada bing, bada boom.
Let's wrap her up, JFB.
All right. There's multiple ways to go and give us money. It's down below. Read, man, just read. But if you really want to show your support, like today, Boston Bruins won, and I'm showing my support. But do you know how you can show your support? That shirt right there, my friends. That is the AEW or AFW. My God, seriously. Anyway,
Sharpshooter action.
sharpshooter action. That's what it looks like. And, you know, if you want to go old school, we got our effing fingers. You know what? Maybe you want to go with one of your favorite Sunday shows that you listen to every Sunday, the All Effing Wrestling Show. We got those shirts. Anyways, JFB. Where the hell do I get those shirts? I'll tell you where you can get those shirts. ProWrestlingTees.com/effing wrestling. ProWrestlingTees.com/effing wrestling. Gives you the opportunity to buy a shirt and support us. On behalf,
You got the Shades of Excellence shirt as well.
oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
that right there.
I got that coming. It's in the mail.
I have to order my shirts. I was going to do it during the pay-per-view and I totally forgot. So I'm going to wait for the next sale. And it's all JFB. All right. On behalf of Canada Dry, on behalf of PCB, on behalf of the effing expert, Mr. Isaacs, and EVP Joe, I am your godfather.
Just important, guys. Sometimes in life, just it knocks you down to your ass. You're on the ground. You got no energy left to get back up. Well, just because things happen.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be down. Stuff happens. It knocks you down, and that's fair. But what's not okay is staying down. You got to get back up.
Yep.
You got to get back up. And you get up by reaching out to your friends, reaching out to your family, reaching out to us. And we'll help you put one foot in front of the other. Raise your fist in the air. Put the devil in a sharpshooter and just keep fighting.
I think we should hit it. Hold on. There we go.
This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at ProWrestlingTees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.
It's time for Bowl